Last time I didn't do that. Okay, so this is really going to be kind of short and sweet and to the point. I'm not 100% prepared. Again, I had like a crap 2 days at work. But I'm here, and we've all shown up, and thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. It shows that you all are excited and ready to go. I wanted to talk a little bit about sponsoring today because I feel like that's what we're lacking right now is building our teams up. And part of that, again, is from, the several months of no leadership on my part. And I was not, I don't know, I haven't sponsored anybody, like really sponsored somebody in a while. I've had a few kidnappers sign up, but like sponsoring with a goal, with intent and purpose, and getting, finding those rock stars to be on your team. So you're going to find these people kind of all over the place, okay? And you want to be looking for them. You want to be looking for the people who are, and not necessarily makeup gurus, but that's a good place to start, people who like makeup. I also find that people who have no clue about makeup make the best rock stars because they have no preconceived notion about what's best and what's not, and where they should start and how they should do things. And so it's kind of like they're starting from scratch and they're learning it all through Younique, and boom, they're like unique superstars, and they don't really have anything to compare it to. Bug bite on my arm. There's my rose water. So you want to be looking for, people who look like they like makeup, people in your parties who are really interested in products, hostesses that really, promote the products and, share their pictures and their experiences with the products. Because more than likely, if you have a hostess one time, she's going to be willing to host for you again, especially if she has a successful party. And that's also where hostess coaching comes into play. We've got to be coaching our hostesses on what to do. You need to be in constant contact with your hostess every day of their party. Saying, here, post this today, or ask this, because sometimes you're going to get more interaction. Most times, I won't even say sometimes. Most times you're going to get more interaction from people who are sharing pictures, and if your hostess shares an interactive post, you're going to get more participation because your hostess shared it and not you. So that's something to think about in your parties. You need to be, your hostesses need to be excited and need to be commenting on your every single post. They need to be commenting on every single post. They need to be tagging people in these posts so that people who they think will like a certain product, and just trying to get people interacted. They need to be messaging people along with you. You need to be messaging the people in your party, and that's how you're building a relationship, and that's how you're finding out the people who are, one, willing to be sponsored, willing to purchase the kit, or, willing to be a rock star and want to change their lives. This is a gift, you guys, okay? This business opportunity is a gift that we should be trying to give to everyone. And we should never have reservations, and we should never have prejudgment on who we ask about the opportunity, because you don't know them. You don't know what's going on in their lives. You don't know, they could be a rock star lawyer making big bucks at a firm like Kyle Lauren and need this opportunity because she's missing out on her kids' recitals and her kids' school plays, and basically kids being raised by grandma and grandpa and nannies, like you don't know what these people have or need or want. And any age, I had a man, actually a young guy. I was actually kind of surprised. He's in theater here locally, and he stopped by my booth at Pioneer Days and was like really interested in the foundation. He's like, I have a whole wall of makeup. I was like, well, if you ever need a good job, let me hook you up. Okay. So, never prejudge anyone based on what on your personal stereotypes that you may have just based on their appearance or based on their lifestyle, because you never know who needs a life change. And this is the perfect opportunity for them. So some ways that I like to sponsor, of course, I'm approaching those people, and I'm approaching all of my hostesses because, I mean, it's just a great deal, you guys. And especially the current kit. We have a perfect platform. I've said this before, between the Ultimate Trio and shifting that from, oh my gosh, I have to pay $76 for 3 products. Oh, you think that's too much? Well, how about this? How about this? And though that is more lining up with the kidnapper thing, that is a great way to get those people involved. And if they start, I mean, if they love the lash products, I don't know about y'all. We all started out as kidnappers, in my opinion. I started out because I loved the makeup, and I was like, sure, why not? Let's get a discount on this stuff and have, quit paying my extra discount to somebody else. Why am I supporting her business when I could be supporting mine? It only makes sense in the end. It took me about 4.5 months to figure out that I was tired of paying full price for these products before I decided to get the discount. And then, you just decide to run with it. Things change. Life happens. People hate their jobs. Their management changes. Situations are, life is just ever changing, and you never know when they'll need that opportunity. But we also need to be approaching this as a business and looking for people who are looking for that lifestyle change too, not just the people who are wanting to be kidnappers, but we need to be selling the opportunity more than we're selling the kit. So the 3C method is a great way to get some people. I use it a lot. Basically, it's I can't even think of the 3 C's right now. Basically, you say, hey girl, you're going to think I'm crazy, but, and then you compliment. That's what it's, crazy compliment. I think you would be great at doing this business, doing what I do. You have awesome makeup skills. Have you ever thought about doing this? I can't remember what the 3rd C is right now. Like, I should have that written down and embedded in my mind right now. But if any one of you all have it and want to bring it up, that's great. But it's crazy, confident, and compliment. Is that what it is? Like, you want to boost their confidence through you saying, hey, I think you'd be great at this, because maybe they've never. What, Erica?
It's crazy, compliment, confident.
There you go. I had them right, just in the backwards order. Sorry. Listen, it's been rough. But basically, you want to uplift them and say, hey, I think you'd be great at this. Maybe they never thought they'd be good at something like this, and you can see their potential, but they don't, and they just need somebody to nudge them like, yeah, you could do this. It's super easy. I mean, it's hard work. Don't get me wrong. It's hard work staying consistent and doing those things, especially when you're working another job. But it is completely doable to make this a business and replace your income fully. I mean, it truly is. So if we can, and experience sells. So the more experience that you all have underneath your belt, and the more consistent you are, if you fall out of this business after 3 months, you may have done great for 3 months, but then you try to take a break. Don't take a break. Don't take a break. I'm telling you, it will kill your business. It will kill your business. Erica's nodding her head. She knows. And part of that is that your customers, they lose their trust. They see you sticking with it and you're doing great, and then you fall off the face of the earth because you decide to take a break, and they're like, oh, what happened to Erica? Or what happened to Sky? Like, she was doing all that makeup stuff. It must not be as great as she talked about it being, or something. Whether it's your life has gotten in the way, or whatever the circumstances may be, you can't take a break in this business. They want to see consistency. If you were to go out and start a brick and mortar business, it's going to take you 3 years to build up your business. Okay. It's going to take you about 3 years to get a good customer base, a good following, and repeat customers over and over and over. It's going to take you 3 years. So you should not expect any less from this business. Does it happen sooner at times? Yes. Should you expect that to happen to you? No. It's an unrealistic expectation, but it's absolutely possible to do that. So we need to be looking, we need to be recruiting to find rock stars, not just to find kidnappers. And that's something that, you can promote the kit all day long, and it's a great way to get people in because it's a great discount. But you can't, the other thing you have to remember is you can't always expect everyone to be that rock star. People don't see their potential in themselves. That's what you're there as their mentor and their upline, is to encourage them and show them that they have the power to do this. Tell them how to be Tell them how to be successful and how you have learned how to be successful and how it's changed your life. Even if it's just, a couple extra $100 a month, there are people who would, go out and kill for an extra $200 a month. I know I would. I'd kill for a lot more than that. A lot less than that, I think. Here lately, I've been ready to kill everybody. That I really don't have a lot else. Do you guys have questions about sponsoring? Like, what are your fears? What are your setbacks? What holds you back from asking people, or whatever? What you got, Erica?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. So with Mary Kay, I ended up recruiting the crazies. I don't know what it was. I just always ended up with the crazy people. And I think that's what I'm afraid of the most. I don't know why. It's just I don't know. There's just some people that always end up with the crazy people. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get all the crazy patients, if that makes you feel any better. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You're going to run into the crazies, and they're going to drive you crazy. The great thing about this business is that you don't have to be the only one that deals with them. You know what I mean? Like I'm here, all of us are a team, and in our team chats, that's where those crazies need to be. They need to be in that team chat and everybody else helping them, so that it's not just you. Because let me tell you, I had a girl, and she's still around. She's still around. She's gotten better though. And God love her heart. I mean, she's about computer illiterate. She would ask me the craziest questions. She came over to my house to figure out how to order the kit because she swore that she ordered it, but she never did. And y'all, she was here forever. I knew her whole life story before she left my house. And it's like that. So you're gonna run into the crazies, but lean on your sisters for that. Lean on your upline, lean on your downline. Stick her in Tiffany's group and let her help. That's horrible, right? No. But I don't know how it wasn't, because I've never sold Mary Kay, and I don't want to compare us to that. But I never saw, of course, I was never in the business, but I never saw a sisterhood like Unique has. You could go to your upline for things, but I don't feel like it was the same type of camaraderie that we have in Unique. And that's not to bash them by any means, because like I said, I've never been in the business. I don't know, but I don't get that feel. Now I'm sure some people.
So we had sisterhood, but you had to fit in. You were only allowed in that sisterhood if you, number one, were making sales. Number two, if you had money. It's a whole lot different. I was stressed out, completely stressed out, crying all the time because I didn't feel like I fit in with these women, and they only wanted something to do with me when I was being successful. So it's definitely a whole different world.
And I have heard that from other people. I've heard that from Tiffany's upline. She used to be a Mary Kay, and she was like, what I love about this, and this was last year at convention in St. Louis. She was like, what I love about this company is that when you look around, nobody looks the same. Nobody's dressed the same. Nobody has the same hair. Nobody fits that profile. And she said, at Mary Kay, when you walked in to a convention there, you were expected to wear your black suit, your white shirt, or your black pants, your white shirt, skirt, whatever, and, your red jacket if you had it, and everybody looked the same.
The same.
There was no, and I feel like that's how that's how they form their people. It's kind of crazy. It's like they expect you to change to be them, but that's not what a business should be about. You should be working
Right.
business to your advantage and to your lifestyle and to who you are. You shouldn't change yourself for a business. Your business should fit your personality. So throw the crazies into the group chats and don't rely on just yourself, because we're all here and we're all going to have those couple crazies, okay? Or multiple crazies, who knows? What about you guys? Kristen, Christina, you have anything else to ask or to throw in? No? Okay. Be thinking about, like, you don't have to make a hundreds list because that's a lot for sponsoring. Like for parties and booking blitzes, 100 is great. But, go through your past party hostesses and your past customers and people who are repeat customers, and talk to them about the opportunity, and write them down on a list and make it a point to message them periodically, or when they ask you about a new product, or when they whenever a conversation comes up, follow them and learn their lives. Talk to them. You don't have to necessarily talk to them about the opportunity first. You want to build that relationship with people. And it takes a while. It takes a little while to build up to that. Like you want to be friends before you just say, hey, you want to join my team? And don't ever ask somebody to join your team. Please don't do that. This is about them. This is not about you. And the second that you make it about you, it's going to hit the fan, and you're not going to be successful. Sherry Brown says to get out of their wallet. Get out of their wallet, because you don't know what's in it. Okay. And don't let your preconceived notions about people hold you back from offering them this amazing opportunity. And I'm gonna try to come up with something to help us with sponsoring, because I'm struggling as well. I'm still like, I need 2 more people before I can get my necklace, and I really want that necklace. How are you guys doing with parties? Here, I'm gonna stop recording because